Hey, John Barson here, Total Health Magazine. We're still on the green carpet here at Expo West in Anaheim, 2015. It's a crazy show running back and forth. They need golf carts here. Really, we need golf carts. Or those, what do they call those things? You stand on them and you push them, the two-wheelers. But we're back on the carpet, and joining me now is, it's funny, I was doing some research on toxins in your clothing because Gloria's article is so popular in our magazine, and I thought, what about toxic mattresses? We know that there are a lot of problems with mattresses. Most mattresses are so toxic you really shouldn't be sleeping on them in the first place, or at least wrap them in a big plastic bag. And we're going to find out why, because with me is the expert on mattresses. Would you consider yourself an expert on mattresses, Barry?
I'll do that for you.
Okay, Barry is the president of Naturepedic? Naturepedic Mattresses. You're based where?
We're based in Amish country, Ohio, northeast Ohio, near Akron and Cleveland.
Okay, terrific. And what he makes is organic mattresses. Now, what's the big deal about organic mattresses?
It's all about health and chemicals. People do not want all these chemicals. There are 84,000 chemicals approved that are running around in the environment, and you just don't know which one of those are in any product, not just mattresses, but certainly mattresses. What's important about mattresses is that you sleep on a mattress for about a third of your life. Let's say you're sleeping 8 hours, that's a third of your life, which means by the time you hit age 75, you will have slept on a mattress for 25 years. 25 years.
So that means, and if I was on a non-organic mattress, that would mean 25 years of breathing flame retardants? Of breathing off-gassing from these mattresses. And it's not just the off-gas, because if you perspire, like summertime when you're hot and sweaty, and you're sweating on that mattress, is that not adding to the damage?
It's adding to the damage, especially if the mattress gets hot itself. And a lot of the mattresses on the market, they get real hot, and the mattress itself creates the sweat. And it makes it only worse. Makes it that much worse. Yeah, you prefer a mattress that doesn't get hot and sweaty. You want something that's a little bit more breathable.
Right. Okay.
So, anyways, back to your question. I got sidetracked. What was your question? What's the big thing about mattresses? All right. Well, the big thing is about chemicals, mostly chemicals. It's about your health. Because you're in a mattress for so long, why not take a little bit of extra attention? People don't pay attention to a mattress. The mattress is actually, other than the food that you eat, the mattress is the most important furniture type item in your house, because you're hugging that mattress for.
Well, this is perfect. I had a conversation earlier today with somebody, and I said there's two things that you need to really consider, because I was mentioning that I was going to be talking with you.
Okay.
I said there's two things that you need to really consider in your life, aside from diet. You're right. Your mattress, because you're on your back for 25, like you said, 25 out of 75 years.
Yeah.
And the other is your feet.
Yeah.
Everybody comments on my shoes. They're like, wow, those look comfortable. Yeah, because I learned a long time ago.
You're right.
Good footwear. So good footwear saves your body. And a great mattress. And you get great sleep.
You're right.
All right. So the other reason I wanted to talk with you, because I was really excited when I went to your website and I looked at the products, because sure, it's great that I would want to sleep on an organic mattress, but you have crib mattresses.
Yep.
This is why I want to talk to them. If you got babies, if you know somebody with a baby, you're having a baby, you have grandchildren that are about to be born, start them off on the right mattress, on an organic mattress. Look at the incidences of autism and all of these different disorders that kids are developing, and you constantly hear, well, we don't know what it is, because as you mentioned, there's over 80,000 chemicals that we're exposed to or potentially exposed to in the environment that have never been tested on humans, let alone children. So you can, as Dr. Christine Horner said earlier today when we were talking with her about her book, the Warrior Goddess, she talks about breast cancer. She said, if women just did one thing, they could reduce their risk of breast cancer by 50%. So think about it. If you just did the mattress, how many chemicals are you not exposing yourself to by just changing that one item?
Well, let's talk about the chemicals in a mattress, or any chemicals. So nobody wants toxic chemicals, okay? But industry they don't want toxic chemicals, and they tend to take the position that, it's just a little tiny bit, not going to hurt you. And they justify it on a premise which says that the dose makes the poison. It's a well-known. You have to have enough of a dose for it to be called the poison.
Correct.
If it's too small, it's not gonna hurt you. It's just too small.
It's just too small. Like vaccines, when they say, well, there's such a little bit amount of mercury in there, but then they give you 46 vaccines between the age of 1 year and 2 years old.
All right. So the
Don't
dose.
get me started on vaccines.
So the dose makes the poison, and they're technically correct. So, but let's take it one step further. Okay, the dose makes the poison, but do you really know what dose is harmful? Then it becomes trickier. See? Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's too little, but maybe not. Do you really know what dose triggers it?
They really haven't been tested.
They haven't been tested. So the whole argument falls apart. But let's take it further. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a headache. Okay? What do? You pop an aspirin. What percent of that aspirin, let's say you do.
Okay, I was going to say.
All right, whatever. I'm just using this as an example.
Okay.
Let's say you pop an aspirin. So what percent of that aspirin is active ingredient? Not the whole thing, just a part of it.
Just a part of it.
Just a little part of it, okay? And then that little part goes down into your stomach. What percentage of that little part makes it into your bloodstream? Just a percentage of that.
A very small percentage of that. Correct.
But guess what? That little teeny tiny little bit of aspirin makes your headache go away. Wow, that's pretty good. See? That's a little tiny dose.
So you're saying
it could be
sleeping on a king-size toxic mattress?
Well, so you're getting the point.
Right.
You're getting the point. The point is, we don't know how little is little.
Right.
We don't know where that dose. Are you willing to take that chance with yourself or with a baby?
Right.
And our approach is no.
No.
We're not interested in taking chances. And then it gets worse. What about cumulative? Let's say that little teeny weeny dose comes out tonight, baby breathes it, whatever. Then, tomorrow night again, the next night again, 365 days for 2 years again.
And for some reason that child develops asthma.
Whatever.
Right.
We don't know what.
We don't know what
what's
causes
doing
what.
Which is part of the problem. When you have 84,000 chemicals out there, even if they're not all widely used, you don't know what's doing what to who. It's not possible. No scientist in the world can even begin to tell you. It's above and beyond anything we can figure out. So why not just step back and say we're not interested? And not only that, but but those little tiny chemicals today, tomorrow, the next day. What about the other chemical that it reacts with that you didn't think about, and it create a third chemical?
A great example of that are those little plug-in air purifiers. You plug them into the wall.
Yeah.
Did you know that the chemical, the off gas of those, when combined with ozone from car exhaust, converts it into a very similar gas to the gas they used to poison the Kurds in Iraq?
I believe it completely. I'm not familiar with that.
By itself, it's just a chemical I wouldn't want to breathe. But you combine it with ozone, car exhaust, and all of a sudden, boom, you've got a problem.
There are thousands of those kinds of examples. We can't even keep track of it.
Because you talk about the mattress. Okay, you're sleeping on the mattress for 25 years.
Yep.
What about the couch?
What about the couch?
Right now, you're sitting on the couch for what, 5 years? Whatever many years.
Whatever.
And then what about the clothes you buy?
What about the clothes you buy? What about the carpet? That green carpet?
See, I have no carpets in my house.
Good for you.
0 carpets.
Good for you.
But I also you're thinking, what a great idea, get rid of my carpets, go to laminated flooring. Make sure your laminated flooring doesn't have
vinyl? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. It's coming to me. Off gases. It's a common, they banned it in California. Formaldehyde, thank you very much. Let's start that back up. Okay, so your floor. You don't just put laminated flooring on your floor. Make sure that the laminated flooring doesn't contain formaldehyde.
Correct.
Because you're replacing one poison with another.
Correct. That's part of the problem. And that goes with the government stuff too. Every time the government says, we're banning this, And what do the manufacturers do? They don't go out of business. They just find the next chemical. Okay, they're doing that with phthalates. Phthalates are plasticizers that are used in baby mattresses on the surface for the vinyl.
And bottles and cups.
And other things. So the government banned a bunch of phthalates, and now they're banning more. But guess what? Every time the government bans more, I went into a lab and talking to a guy, and what are you doing? He said, "Oh, I'm just making new phthalates." They take the old formulas
and they tweak it.
They tweak it. They make new, and it's not banned. It's legal,
and it's doing the same thing that the product that was banned was.
They're going to claim that it isn't until the government bans those. So it's a.
See, now you're saying to yourself, "How am I going to sleep tonight now?"
Well, the way to do it is to step back.
Step back.
Step back. Start clean. Start again. Say, how are we going to do this a little better? And especially for a baby doesn't sleep a third of its life. A baby sleeps at least half of its life, and maybe 2/3 of its life on a mattress. So the most important item for a baby is that crib mattress.
Right.
No two ways about it. So
question.
Yeah.
How long have you been? You founded the company, or you?
Yeah.
Bought it? You
So
did?
I'll tell you my story.
Okay.
I do not come from the mattress business or from industry, and I was never in wholesale or retail or any of that. I'm a board-certified environmental engineer. I have been chasing chemicals for a living for 30 years now. That's what I do for a living, okay? I'm also certified by the Institute of Professional Environmental Practice. I'm also certified hazardous materials manager. I'm also an author of a textbook for government institutes on environmental assessments. I am a certified diplomat forensic engineer. I get to testify in court as an expert witness, which I don't do that anymore. I don't have time, but I'm able to. And a couple other things. I'm certified by the state of Ohio and whatever. That's my background.
Okay.
12 years ago, my wife sent me to a baby store to buy a crib mattress and a few other things for our first grandchild. I walk into the store, I'm looking around, all the mattresses are vinyl, phthalates, polyurethane foam with flame retardants, pesticides, and other stuff, GMOs, whatever.
But wait, there's more.
And I'm saying, well, what else do you have that I can buy? And salesperson says, what's your problem? I mean, this is the way quality mattresses are made, and I don't know about that. I just don't know what to do. Finally, she says, oh, come on, cut it out. She says, if it wasn't safe, the government wouldn't allow it to be sold. So
if I had a nickel every time I heard that.
So that was my moment of truth. I came home.
And you said the baby's sleeping on the floor.
I didn't know what to do. Actually, we started joking around, and I said, you know what? My grandfather slept on straw. So why don't we go to our Amish friends, which are not far, go to our Amish friends and get some straw.
Get some straw.
That would be more...
And a little manger.
So we're joking around. Of course, in the end, we couldn't just do that. But we're joking around, and we finally just made something, and one thing led to the other. And here we are.
And that was how it started.
It just started.
And next thing you know.
If you would have told me 13 years ago that I'd be in the mattress business, I would have looked at you like, okay, you've been drinking too much. I just fell into.
Yes.
It's like falling into a hole. And here I am, and I got to do something, and then it takes off. And that's what happened.
All right. Well, I'm definitely going to be recommending your mattresses to our readers because you're obviously on camera here.
Thank you.
And we have the website information down below on the page there, so you can click on the links. Barry, great stuff. I love stories like that. Our company, our magazine, we've been in print for so long. We really, the goal of our magazine is to give people information so they can take charge of their own health care. So they can ask the right questions and start researching and, questioning what's going on.
Right.
And you obviously took it to an extreme. You started asking questions, and the next thing you know, you're the mattress king. So thanks for that. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of kids that will not know that they've got a much healthier start in life because they're on one of your mattresses.
Thank you as well. Thank you very much.
Barry Cik from Naturepedic. Is it naturepedic.com?
Yeah.
Naturepedic.com. So check out his mattresses.
Naturepedic.com and lullabyearth.com.
And lullabyearth.com for the babies.
No, the Naturepedic is for babies and adults.
Uh-huh.
Lullaby Earth is just for babies. Lullaby Earth is a great mattress without all the fire retardants and the pesticides and all that stuff and the phthalates. Naturepedic takes it a step higher. Naturepedic is certified organic. So we use premium materials in the Naturepedic, but that's a more expensive product.
Okay.
The Lullaby Earth is a basic, nice, good product.
So Lullaby Earth is a basic, safe product for a child,
Correct.
for a baby.
Correct.
But if you want to go to the organic extreme,
Then
you could move up to
we don't call it extreme.
Well,
but if you want to go organic and to a higher standard.
Yeah, why did I use that word? That's not a good word. Extreme is not a good word. If you want to go organic,
There you go.
That was another conversation I had today, was the difference between non-GMO and organic.
Yeah, there's a difference.
There's a huge difference, because non-GMO means you can have pesticides, heavy metals,
Yeah.
and all of these terrible things in the food,
Yeah.
but no GMOs.
Yeah, no GMOs.
And then, of course, there's organic, which
Which is a much
organic.
higher standard.
Much higher standard.
Yeah. Now, on our Lullaby Earth, we don't have pesticides, and we don't have plasticizers, and we don't have flame retardants, and so on. So it's a basic standard for a safer kind of product.
Great.
But for people who want to go all the way and get premium materials, organic cotton, basically.
Yes.
Then you go Naturepedic.
Okay.
And then Naturepedic also does luxury adult, and children's, and everything.
Right. Okay. But we got a great place to start. That's the main thing.
Yep.
All right, so now you know where to get your organic mattresses, naturepedic.com and lullabyearth.com.
Yep.
And that's it. Barry Cik, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Only good things.
Expo West, Anaheim 2015. See you back in the studio.